Princess Leonor Wedding 2025, Denmark and Spain celebrate historic royal love. They expected a royal celebration like any other. Suddenly, the wedding of Princess Leonor shocks both Spain and Denmark. Because this isn't just love, it's a historic alliance rewriting royalty's future. From the moment the news broke, hearts across Europe skipped a beat. The heir to the Spanish throne, Princess Leonor of Spain, and the Danish crown's rising star, Prince Christian of Denmark, have captured the world's gaze, not just as two young royals in love, but as symbols of a new era. Today, we take you deep into their wedding of 2025, the build-up, the unexpected moments, the tension, and the triumph that had two nations celebrating. As we open this story, picture Madrid's Grand Cathedral. Imagine Copenhagen's regal halls. Then imagine the two families, the Spanish Bourbons and the Danish Glucksbergs, tradition-bound, duty-driven, meeting under one cause, love and legacy. The announcement stunned not because it was unexpected, but because of its timing. The 19-year-old Leonor had just completed months of intensive naval training. Meanwhile Christian, groom-to-be, represented a monarchy with its own modern challenges. Suddenly the engagement became much more than a personal decision, it became a European headline. Questions swirled. Why now? What does this union mean for Spain's monarchy? How does Denmark fit in? Each answered question led to new curiosities, the details of the ceremony, the guest list, the security, the symbolism. And the world watched. Behind the glamour lies family stories. Spain's crown princess had recently returned from extended training at sea, reuniting publicly with her family after many months apart. On the Danish side, the royal house navigates its own complex web of tradition and change. This wedding became both a merging of hearts and a delicate dance of dynasties. How would Spain's liberal monarchy respond to Denmark's more reserved tradition? Would protocol dominate love, or would love reshape protocol? The clash of expectation versus reality kept many leaning in. Imagine the morning air in Madrid, the sunlight streaming through Gothic arches. Guests arrive, reigning monarchs, royal cousins, world leaders. The bride in white, not just a princess but the future queen. The groom with regal poise, hardly a prince next door, but a man aware of his role. The vows, the exchanged glances, the subtle brush of hands. The audience gasped when, unexpectedly, the bride glanced at her father and mouthed a quiet, "Thank you," breaking tradition's rigid formality for a moment of pure humanity. That moment became the defining image of the ceremony worldwide. Across Spain, from Madrid to Barcelona, crowds gathered. Flags waved. Chants of "Viva" filled plazas. In Denmark, the celebration was quieter but no less meaningful, a nation witnessing its prince enter into a union that forges new European bonds. Yet, not all reactions were joyful. In Galicia, a controversy had erupted earlier this year when Leonor was awarded a top civil honor, a move some saw as an attempt to whitewash royal image. As the wedding news spread, critics raised questions: is the monarchy reinventing itself? Is this wedding a fresh start or a PR moment? The story didn't shy away, it leaned in. The tension of celebration and scrutiny made the event richer. Weddings are celebrations. But this one layered symbolism, Spain's Mediterranean legacy meeting Denmark's long Nordic history, two heirs forging a link of dynasties, love bridging borders, languages and traditions. Leonor's military training, her visible growth in the public eye, these weren't footnotes, they became part of the wedding narrative. Her mother's guidance, her father's stabilizing presence, and now her own step forward. And Christian, groom and partner, supporting, engaging, stepping into the Spanish spotlight while maintaining his Danish roots. Because here's the heart of the matter, it's one thing for two people to fall in love. It's another when their union becomes public, political, symbolic. Every photo will be analyzed. Every wave will be scrutinized. Every dress will be dissected. Yes, the media will talk about lace and tiaras. But beneath it all, two individuals, two countries, one hope. What will this marriage mean for Spain's monarchy? For Denmark's future role? For the young generation watching and wondering whether legacy still matters? As fans reacted on social media, the conversation shifted. Was this a fairy tale or a strategic alliance? Was it both, and if so, what does that tell us about today's royals? The ceremony ends. The carriage fades. The cheers diminish. But the story doesn't. There are future state visits. There are charitable initiatives. There is the task of balancing tradition with relevance, duty with authenticity. For Leonor and Christian, their wedding was not the finale, it was the prologue. What will the next steps be? How will this partnership evolve? Will they draw from Spain's bravado or Denmark's discretion? Will they create a monarchy that blends both, and sets a new standard for the 21st century? The curiosity loops we've set are now entering a new chapter. Because ultimately, this is not just a royal wedding. It is a story of a generation, of two cultures, of hope and heritage. When Spain and Denmark celebrate together, we glimpse a different Europe, connected, curious, open. When Princess Leonor and Prince Christian look at each other across time and expectation, we see two people willing to carry the weight of history, while trying to be simply themselves. Stay with us, because what happens after the confetti falls might be even more compelling than what just happened in the cathedral. Thank you for joining this journey into love, legacy and royalty.